Anger is like holding a burning coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned. We often think of anger as a sign of strength or power. We believe that if we shout louder, we will be heard. But in reality, anger is the thief of peace. It steals our logic, destroys our relationships, and leaves us feeling empty. Many of us carry old grudges and frustrations, letting them rot inside us, unaware that this heaviness is what keeps us from moving forward. This is the story of a young man who was capable and strong, yet he was a slave to his own temper. So watch the video till the end, because the lesson he learns might just be the key to finding the peace you have been searching for. In the heart of a chaotic, sleepless city lived a young man named Aryan. By all modern standards, Aryan was the definition of success. He was intelligent, handsome, and climbed the corporate ladder faster than anyone else. Yet beneath his polished suit and charming smile lay a turbulent storm. Aryan had a fatal flaw. He could not control his anger. The smallest inconvenience would set him off like a spark in dry grass. A delayed email, a slow waiter, or a traffic jam would turn his face red with rage. Over time, his outbursts became legendary, but his world became silent. Friends stopped inviting him out. His colleagues avoided his gaze. Even his family walked on eggshells around him. Aryan stood at the peak of success, yet he was entirely alone, trapped in a prison built by his own temper. One rainy evening, feeling the heavy weight of isolation, Aryan realized he could no longer live this way. He had heard whispers of a Zen master living in a humble hut on the quiet outskirts of town, a man known for healing the most restless souls. Desperate for peace, Aryan drove away from the city noise and arrived at the master's dwelling. He found the old master sipping tea by a small garden. Aryan bowed and confessed, "Master, I have everything, yet I have nothing. My anger is burning my life to ash. Please, teach me how to find peace." The master nodded slowly, his eyes filled with compassion. He handed Aryan a rough, empty jute sack and pointed to a pile of raw potatoes. "I have a task for you," the master said softly. "Think of every person who has wronged you, every person you hold a grudge against. For each one, take a potato, carve their name onto it, and put it in this sack. You must carry this sack with you everywhere you go for 1 week, to work, to bed, everywhere." Aryan thought the request was strange, but he complied. He carved the names of his incompetent assistant, his rude neighbor, and his ex-partner. The sack grew heavy, but Aryan felt a sense of justice carrying his grievances. However, as days passed, the burden shifted. By the 3rd day, his shoulders ached from the weight. It was awkward to drag the sack into elevators and meetings. By the 5th day, the situation became unbearable. The potatoes inside began to rot. A foul, pungent stench started to ooze from the sack, filling every room Aryan entered. People covered their noses and stepped away from him in disgust. The smell of decay was suffocating, clinging to his clothes and his skin. He couldn't sleep, he couldn't think, and he was physically exhausted from carrying the rotting weight of his enemies. When the week finally ended, Aryan ran back to the master's hut. He threw the sack onto the ground, gasping for fresh air. "Master," he cried, wiping sweat from his brow. "This was torture. The sack is heavy, and the smell is repulsive. I'm sick from carrying this filth. Why did you make me suffer like this?" The master smiled gently and poured Aryan a cup of tea. "My son," he began, "observe carefully. You carried the sack, you felt the weight, and you smelled the stench. But tell me, did the people whose names were on the potatoes feel any of this pain?" Aryan paused, realizing the truth. "No," he whispered, "they were unaware." "Exactly," the master continued. The hatred you hold in your heart is exactly like these rotting potatoes. You carry the burden. You inhale the toxicity. You let it ruin your peace and health, thinking you are punishing them. But in reality, they are sleeping soundly, while you are the one suffering from the stench of your own anger. Tears welled in Aryan's eyes as the realization washed over him. For years, he thought his anger was his shield, but it was merely a sack of rot he refused to put down. With a trembling hand, he looked at the sack one last time, then turned away from it. He breathed in the cool, clean air of the garden. The weight was gone. Tolerance is not weakness, it is the wisdom to know what is worth carrying. Patience is not waiting, it is keeping a good attitude while waiting. And forgiveness? Forgiveness is not a gift you give to others, it is a gift you give to yourself, so you no longer have to carry the rotting potatoes of the past. Drop the sack, and you will find the peace you were born to have. If this story helped lighten your heart, please like and share it with someone who needs this message. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more life-changing wisdom.